Hey y'all, this week on As Good As It Gets the podcast, we're going to talk about all things Texas.
All while having a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Hi, welcome back to As Good As It Gets the podcast.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our newly designed camper kitchen.
Yeah, what you can't see is the mess outside of the camera, so hey, we're doing a good job on that. But we kind of got stuff moved around. If you notice, where we're sitting used to be like the little, and when I mean little, I mean I was sitting there like this, little kitchen table with the booth around it, and then over there was a long couch, and it's all gone.
It's all gone, and we've replaced it with movable furniture that allows us to tape both the podcast. It allows us to tape cooking shows in a better way, and it also allows us to be able to work and edit in a way more comfortable,
in my jammy pants, in a recliner.
Comfortable way without having everything kind of feel so enclosed.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much more comfortable. These seats are 1,000 times more comfortable than the original seats in the cow. Also, when I tore out especially the kitchen area, or the kitchen table area with that little booth stuck way out, so when the slide out was in, it actually blocked off the hallway. You couldn't even get in the bathroom door. So if we were like in between truck stops and somebody had to go, then you had to either pull the slide out, or but that was the only way. There was no other way than pulling the slide out enough to get the door. Now the door will open enough for anybody to get in and out.
Yeah.
So a lot more room.
Yes, it all worked out, and you guys will see that on the channel in the coming weeks. We're going to show you that renovation, and we're going to also show you some of the things that led up to that happening. But the last time we chatted with you at on the podcast, we were actually driving home from Utah. Actually, we were driving home from Lake Mead.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But our Utah trip on the channel itself right now during the vlogs, you guys are just now getting the first taste of Utah, which is so exciting. And this week coming up on the channel, you guys are going to get to see Arches, which was one of our favorite places that we got to visit.
Gorgeous.
So very excited about that. But here in real time, we are post-holiday. And that means we are in Mikey's favorite place.
We call it heaven. Other people call it Texas, but I call it heaven anyway. We started off the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We were originally going to leave on that Monday, and we had Thanksgiving, with family. And then that Saturday, we had a wedding for a dear friend to go to, and I got to play DJ that night, which was fun. And then we were just gonna, kind of take it easy on Sunday, kind of get things ready, and then Monday morning take off. And we weren't supposed to be in Texas until Wednesday night. Well, Sunday we slept in a little bit, and then we were talking. It's like, we could go today. And then I looked at the weather, and we said we will go today because there was a blizzard that was coming through northern Arkansas, Missouri area. The temperature was going to drop way low back home. There was going to be ice back home in Indiana. And so we decided, let's go ahead and gather things up, and we'll leave sometime that day on Sunday. So about 4:30 in the afternoon, which is a great time to start a road trip, we left. And I tend to like to drink a lot of coffee and things like that, because I get excited on the drive, because I know I really want to get to the destination. And so even though we weren't supposed to be in Texas until Wednesday night, we made it just west of Little Rock, Arkansas, the first night, and then by Monday afternoon we had hit Texas. So we call our one of our favorite places to stay Henley RV Park. It's technically in Henley, Texas, which is just outside of Dripping Springs. If anybody knows anything about the Hill Country area, it's about 40 minutes southwest of Austin. And we called them. We're like, hey, we aren't even supposed to be in your neck of the woods, but we're going to be in town. We're going to be in Texas early, and could we stay a couple nights? And of course, you just got to know the folks at Henley. They're like, oh, just let me check. We'll see. And then 10 minutes later, they messaged us back and said, oh, y'all can stay wherever you want to. Pull in this lot, and you can stay as long as you want. So we headed that way, and we got to I think it was around Dallas, which is about 4 hours away from Henley where we were going to stay. And I get a phone call from one of my brothers, and it wasn't good. We found out that my oldest brother was real sick. He had come down with something
very suddenly
on Thanksgiving, and slowly got worse, and he thought it was the flu. And so he finally goes to the doctor on that Monday, and if he'd have waited another day, that we would have a totally different story, because they didn't even know what he had. They said it was a blood infection. They said it could be leukemia, because they said his bone marrow was pretty much gone. It was real scary. And, you know, my brother kept calling me back like every few minutes saying now they're calling the family in. And I'm driving us, you know, down, you know, trying to get us to Henley. And you know, and they keep calling with this information. So it kind of brought back some memories of when we got the call last April about Dad. And so we rush safely, but we rushed down to Henley. We got parked that night. I called Southwest Airlines and said, hey, I've still got a plane ticket, a credit for a plane ticket. I need to use it right away if you could get me the earliest flight. Flew back home Tuesday morning, got there right around noon, and rushed in to, you know, to see family and you know, definitely see my brother and pray over my brother, pray for my brother. And he started to get a little better. And then the next day he got a little better. And then by, I think it was that Wednesday it was Thursday. It was that Thursday. He was off the breathing tube. He was talking again. And turns out that he had streptococcal pneumonia, which is not good stuff. It's bad, and it hits some folks really hard. And we've heard of a couple different people that actually died from it. So we were absolutely counting our blessings. I threw a shout out on social media. I know a lot of y'all saw that because we put it with the Crock Posse on our Facebook page as well as our personal pages, and thousands and thousands of people were praying for my brother Tom, and he's slowly getting better. He's out of the ICU. He's going to make it. He's got a long recovery ahead, but it kind of knocked us off course. The cool thing was I got to, you know, on that Thursday, I got to go in and see him, and he was talking and smiling. And when they pulled his breathing tube, they said, Tom, now you can't talk whenever we pull this tube out, okay? And what I had told a lot of people was that telling a Goode not to talk is like telling a cat not to scream when you put it in a bathtub. And so they pulled the tube out, and the first thing he says, thank you, God. And he had been praying the entire time, too, when he was conscious. And then, you know, I was holding his hand, and I might have been crying a little. But I told him, I said, Tommy, there were thousands of people praying for you last night. And, I mean, thousands of people. And his eyes just got real big because he's a humble man. And it just blew him away to think that many people were thinking of him and praying on his behalf. And so he said, Mike, you go back and tell your people, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So this is my last time to say it. For all y'all that were praying for my brother that might not have saw that update about him, he's good. He's going to be fine. And thank y'all that were praying for him. We really do appreciate it. And we do absolutely believe in the power of prayer. I know he does too. So, but that threw us off, way off schedule. And I'll give another huge shout out to Henley RV Park and the owners there. I left. I got up and left. You know, I knew that Cris and Ed were in a safe place because we've been there many times, and a lot of the people that are there are permanent, and they're good people. They're Texas people. I mean, come on. And so I knew I was leaving them in a safe spot, but, you know, I had to leave it up to Cris, you know, to kind of take care of things and hopefully, you know, say something to Henley so they wouldn't kick us out because wasn't too far we could go. And they said, no, y'all stay as long as you need. We understand, and we'll make arrangements to, you know, for you to stay as long as need be. And so they were great, and they're fantastic, and we will always continue. I will always, anytime I go to Texas, I will make it a point, I don't care if it's for a night, to stay at Henley just to support them because they've been so good to us. So, anywho, it threw us off that week because I was going to immediately go to San Antonio, play at a couple open mics down there, and I've met a guy that runs these open mics, and, you know, I was, you know, going to try to work with him on getting set up for either opening up for bands or playing a show or do a song swap or or something. But then, you know, the thing with Tom kind of took away from that. So we stayed a few more days in Henley. And then I knew that Luckenbach, Texas was close by, but I wasn't sure where. So I looked at it on a map and found out it was only about 30 minutes away from Dripping Springs, where Henley area. And there's a store there. In fact, I think that's all really that's in Luckenbach. You'd have to look up the story. It's so much more than the Waylon Jennings song that you know. But the only thing there is the Luckenbach store. And I saw on there that they have what's called a picker's circle. And so I called in and talked to the owner. I said, hey, could you got time for a dumb question? He goes, oh, try me. I think he'd heard a few before. But I said, well, what exactly is a picker's circle? He goes, well, a picker circle to where a bunch of pickers get together in a circle and they pick. I'm like, all right, so it's anything like maybe a song swap or an open mic? He goes, it's exactly the same thing, only we call it a picker circle. So I said, you know, can anybody sit in? He goes, brother, if you got an instrument, you come on, I need to play it in our pickles circle. Pickers circle. And so we went out that night, and I got to meet some really, really amazing musicians and singers. And that's exactly what we did. We sat in a circle outside, and we picked guitars, and we sang, and we told stories, and we were greeted with chickens. There were chickens everywhere at this place. And then it got a little chilly for them. I was quite fine, but you get around, 55 degrees, people start getting cold, and they move indoors. So we went inside the store in like their little bar area and got in a circle, and we played for another, 2 or 3 hours. The chickens went with us inside because, chickens get cold. But it was a great time. Like I said, I got to meet some awesome musicians. And then it was time to leave Henley a couple days later. So we left Henley, and now we are down near Corpus Christi, staying at a state park over here. And I got to do a couple more open mics. One at a place called the House of Rock, and another one at a place called the Executive Surf Club. House of Rock was all right. I think it was a good warm-up and everything. It was kind of a slow night there, not a lot of people. But then I go to the Executive Surf Club the next night, and it was hopping. If y'all saw in the playlist there, a lot of y'all might have saw that I filmed the open mic. I just filmed it on my phone, but the guy, Ray, who does sound for this thing, he hosts it. I guess I asked him what he does for a living. He goes, oh, I run sound for rock stars all week, or on the weekends, and then all week I do open mics. So he did a really good job. He made me sound good, and that takes a lot of work. So good job, Ray. And we had a great time, and I'm going to go back and play it again next week. So if anybody are in the Corpus Christi area, Kingman, Kingville, King something, anywhere near Corpus Christi, if you know where the Executive Surf Club's at, this Wednesday I'll be there. I guess it's Ray's 20th anniversary of hosting open mics, so it's kind of cool. He said I was more than welcome to come back for that, so hopefully play another set and maybe meet somebody. So come on out, hang out with us. But I think I've talked their ear off enough about the whole open. Sorry.
And in addition to all of that, we have also been taping lots and lots of videos. We have been taping both travel content, visiting some of the state parks around here. We decided that one of the things that we really wanted to focus on this trip, which is Texas and beyond, is doing a lot more state parks, because we feel like in a lot of ways the state parks have a lot to offer and aren't
like fishing.
And aren't nearly as crowded as some of the national parks. Now, we're still going to hit the national parks. But when we looked over our trip from last year, some of our favorite places were state parks, because we could kind of just get away from everything and hang out as a family, enjoy a hike. Most of them let us bring Octavius on the hike and that kind of thing. So we've been...
And the state parks will let you drone. They'll let you run a drone where the national parks won't.
So it lets us show you guys more. And a lot of times when there is a national park around, there are a lot of times state parks kind of couched in there, and that they have similar things to see. It's just not as publicized. And so we got ourselves a Texas State Park Pass, which has already paid for itself.
Twice.
Yes. And so we are very excited about that. And I think we're probably in the next state that we go to, which we're not talking about yet. It's
not Texas.
I think we're going to get one there too and see how that goes. And we're going to show you, but we'll still hit some of the national places too. Don't worry. But that's just, we've just been taping lots and lots of food content. As you guys might have seen, now we have been putting a lot of electric pressure cooker / foodie recipes up. And I just want to kind of clarify a little bit. We still are a slow cooking site, and we have been taping some slow cooker stuff that's going to be coming up soon. Anytime you see an electric pressure cooker recipe on the channel, it has a crock pot version also on the website. So we don't ever do an electric pressure cooker recipe on the website unless we have a crock pot version too. So don't feel like if you don't have an electric pressure cooker that you can't play along. Now, the only kind of recipes that kind of get in an in-between section is when we're making something very specifically low carb that's kind of like a staple kind of thing. Usually you can make that in an oven or make it in other ways, but sometimes we just focus on just the recipe for that. And or air fryer recipes aren't really conducive to crock pot versions most of the time. In essence, what you would need to do if you don't have an air fryer for an air fryer recipe is kind of convert it to an oven recipe.
Oven or a broiler,
Yeah. So I think we've got it. We want to make it so that it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have at home, you can still play along in some way. So, I think that's all that. And with that said, I wanted to also mention that we have tried to, over the last several weeks, and upcoming holidays, kind of skipping a few things, but we've been trying to add what we're calling Foodie Fridays, where we do something short and quick and show you some basic things that we enjoy in the foodie. So like last week, that was, or this past week, we showed you how we make our shreddable chicken, how to quickly throw frozen chicken in there and make it shreddable for sandwiches and all that kind of stuff. So, with that said, I thought we should transition to reader emails.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay, I've got them all over here, so I'm gonna have to read them. I've got two emails from one couple, and then another email, and then another general question that I've been getting a lot. And honestly, I can't find the emails because things have been a little hectic lately. So we'll just go with that. First and foremost, I wanted to highlight a couple different sets of recipes and pictures for those of you watching us on YouTube. Paul and Wendy, which are proud Crock Posse members, have sent us pictures, which we will show.
Right here.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Pictures.
Right here.
It says, "Hi, Mike, or Cris and Mikey. My wife and I just made your crock pot garlic chicken in our foodie. It turned out awesome. It was very juicy, and the flavors from the garlic was perfect. We did crisp our chicken in the foodie, and it worked great. I would share that doing 5 pounds of chicken, you will most likely have to crisp in 2 batches. Attached are some photos of our chicken in the foodie. Thank you for sharing your recipes and your family travel adventures. Keep up the great work. Your friends, Paul and Wendy." And so they did our crock pot garlic chicken, and then like there's the broil step that you could use the foodie broiler. They also made the very popular Mississippi chicken and noodles.
Wise choice, Paul and Wendy, and anybody else that wants it.
It says, "We just made the Mississippi chicken noodles, and all we can say is yummy. My lovely wife said we are so keeping this as our go-to for quick and easy chicken noodles. This is our first try using the Mississippi mix. Welcome to the world of Mississippi. And now we want to try everything with it. For New Year's, we're going to give your mom's Mississippi chicken ribs a try. Or not chicken ribs.
Mississippi ribs.
Mississippi ribs. I misspoke. So we can't wait. Here are some pictures of our foodie in action. Please, thank you so much for what you guys are doing. Please keep it up. We love cooking and sharing your family's adventures together. Well, we love having you as members of the Crock Posse, and I've reached out to Paul and Wendy, and we love it when you guys send us pictures. I've even been sharing some of those over on our Instagram stories, and I believe now on our YouTube stories to kind of share that so we can kind of grow together as a community. So if you guys have any pictures that you take of either when you're crock potting, instant potting, foodieing, whatever you're doing, if you're using one of our recipes, we'd love to see a picture of it, or you cooking, or whatever. And you can send that to Cris at recipes@crock.com, and I will share it, and hopefully share it during the podcast as well.
Oh yeah, because we love a good food. We love a good food success story.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we get them all the time. Like I said, when we put up recipes, it's something that we tried and we deem it worthy enough to go up on the blog, and if it's not a good recipe, we don't.
Yep.
So we know they're good in our taste, but when others, and we get these messages all the time, oh my gosh, we made your blank blank blank, we made your blah blah blah, we made your Mississippi chicken and noodles. I knew it was going to be good, but to see somebody else enjoy it, I think it's...
we love seeing that.
Oh, absolutely.
We love seeing that. The next email comes from Linda, and Linda says, have y'all made chicken and dumplings in the Ninja Foodie? And is it even possible to make it in the Ninja Foodie? And if so, could you please show how to do it?
I don't know. We haven't done it yet. We haven't done it in the foodie.
You haven't. Aunt Lou has an Instant Pot version.
Yes. And
we have a few upcoming tapings where Aunt Lou's going to join us. So I think that that's a perfect thing for us to shoot.
I was hoping that we'd be able to shoot that.
It'll probably be next month or so before you guys will actually see that on the channel, but that's definitely something we can, because I will tell you, our Instant Pot chicken and dumplings is something people are either really successful at or they struggle with. So I'd love for Aunt Lou to get on the video and show you guys her tips and tricks of how to make it work. So, and we can do it.
I'd really love to have her on just so I could eat some chicken and dumplings.
And we can do it. We'll definitely do it. We can do it in the foodie, and it won't. And we'll show you how to do it that way too. So, cool. I think we can totally do that, Linda. So just stay tuned. It's going to just take us a little bit. As you guys know, like on the channel, everything is so scattered. Like one minute we're in Utah. The next minute you see us, we're in Texas. The cooking.
Next minute, we're making low-carb dishes. Next minute, I'm eating chicken and dumplings.
So we got a little bit of everything for everybody. And you just never know what we tell you that in our trailer for this channel. You just never know where we're going to be or what we're going to be doing.
We're just going to do it all while having a whole lot of fun. You think it's just a gimmick. Y'all, it's life.
It's that crazy here. It's like, wait, where are we? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, and then the last email that I got, actually it's 2 emails, and I couldn't find either one of them because I'd been trying to catch up on emails, and I cleared things out before putting them in the right folder, so it's all me. But one email was both were about my email newsletter, and one was, can we subscribe to getting only your low-carb recipes? And then the second one was, hey, could you start doing a low-carb menu the way that you do a regular menu on the website? And so my answer to those questions are, we don't have any of that set up yet. However, because we've been cooking for low-carb for so long now, that definitely is something that I know a lot of you are interested in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try at the beginning of the year to start something that's specifically for our low carb audience. Now, if you are not low carb, don't worry. We have over 1,000 recipes on the website. Aunt Lou is committed to potatoes.
I always said she should be committed.
You be nice. Potatoes, rice, all the lovely carb dishes. She's like, I will carry that flag for you. She's definitely volunteered for that. And so we still are going to have regular comfort food definitely featured on the website. But for those of you that are interested in some more specific low carb options, of course, whenever I'm posting on the website, those are the things that I'm trying to share the majority of the time. But we're going to try and build some of those tools for folks who want to do that. So stay tuned for that. If that's something you're interested in, we can definitely try and set that up at the beginning of the year. But then I think all we have left to talk about is what's coming up this next week.
Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
That's red and link. Sorry, guys. Hey, let's discuss it.
Well, I think you have some news that has been burning in your pocket for like weeks now about what Monday is.
You told me I can't tell them where we're going next.
It's not about where we're going.
What Monday
What is Monday? What are we giving away starting on Monday?
It's not my birthday.
Okay.
Oh, but it could be yours. Or it could be an early Christmas present. Y'all, don't stop what you're doing. Keep watching. But Monday, stop what you're doing and watch the video. We have a special edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes coming out where we teamed up with Iowa Pork. And we put together a delicious scrumdiddlyumptious dish. That's good news part 1. Good news part 2 is we cooked it in our Ninja Foodie. And we were talking with Iowa Pork. And we said, you know what would be really cool other than saying, hey, we love Iowa pork farmers. And we just love farmers. But we want to share this love. Beyond just the farmers, we want to show the people who eat the food from the farmers how much we all love them. And how about if we team up and we give away a Ninja Foodie? So, come Monday, why don't y'all watch that video and follow the directions because it's a little different than what we've done before. Yes. And so, spoilers, the actual giveaway... I suck at secrets.
The actual giveaway will be held on recipes@crock.com, but you guys will be able to, if you are already subscribed to our newsletter, you'll get all the information there of how to enter. You can go to the website and it will be clearly indicated where to go to enter there. And then also on the channel, we will have a video which will also direct you where to go to enter to win. And so...
a Ninja Foodie. Did you hear me?
One lucky reader/Crock Posse member, one lucky subscriber is going to be able to really play along at home with their own foodie. So... we're really excited about that. We're excited about the opportunity to partner with Iowa pork farmers. And so stay tuned to that on Monday. We are moving the video to Monday, Tuesday's cooking video to Monday, so that we can kind of start the week off with a boom.
That's quite a boom, yeah.
Yes. So there won't be a cooking video on Tuesday because we've moved it to Monday.
Because we were so excited to give away foodie.
Then on Wednesday, like we mentioned, the travel vlog is going to be all about Arches National State Park. Actually, and I'm all over the place.
National Park.
National Park. Sorry, Arches. So we're going to show you how we explored all of that. On the website itself, we've got a couple new recipes coming up. Aunt Lou is showing you a new way to make sweet potato casserole. She's shown you in the past how to do, I think, our harvest sweet potato casserole. She's got this tried and true recipe that she's absolutely loved, and actually it had been lost for years and she just recovered it this year. And so she's like, I have got to get this specific recipe. This is the one she fell in love with all those many years ago. So it is like an heirloom recipe for her. So she's excited to share that with you. And then on Thursday, we are going to be sharing one of our favorite new chicken dishes, spinach artichoke chicken. Oh my word. It has such flavor. So yummy. You guys are going to love it. And it's low carb. So we got that going. On Friday, we're going to hopefully be able to pull off another bonus episode, another Foodie Friday, so you will see that coming up.
Real simple, real quick, real easy, and it involves one of my favorite ingredients.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to wait till Friday to see that. Is that
I think that's about it.
I've got one more thing I want to talk about because I'm also excited about something else. When we were home this summer, y'all know that I recorded an album with one of my best friends, Jeremy Woods, at his studio, and we put it out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Amazon Music, and among other, as it gets scattered into the wind, it's kind of everywhere, but those are the 4 main places you want to hear if you want to hear it digitally. But I also I ordered a batch of CDs, 100 CDs we ordered. And in fact, Aunt Lou is getting our packages right now while we're away, and she showed me this photo yesterday. And that's the CD. That's Junkyard Dog, the hard copy. And I've made a rule because it would be way too expensive, either for the wanter of the CD or the shipper of the CD, to mail out individual CDs. We're not there yet to be able to do that for a price point kind of thing.
It's not just that. From an organization standpoint, we're way too scattered to be able...
We need to hire staff, and I'm not there yet. So, but what I've told everybody, and I'm hoping that we'll find a way for her to ship those to me soon. If not, then we're going to see her in the next month around the Christmas area time, somewhere in there, for her to bring them if she can't ship them to us. But what I'm saying to everybody is that if y'all want a CD, you have to come someplace where I'm playing. Like, I don't know, next time I'm in Austin area, I'm hoping to have the CDs and maybe put some out there, or Houston, or I keep saying all these Texas places just because I love Texas. Florida, wherever I'm at. If you're not following the Facebook page that we have, you want to follow that, as well as if you're doing this all on Facebook, you also want to check out the Mikey Goode music page, which is on Facebook. And also, I've got a website. I'm really not near as good as she is at updating the website, like she does for recipes.crock.com, but mikeygoode.com, I'm going to start putting up places where I'm going to play. So as soon as I get the CDs, I'll really start pushing and saying, hey, I'm going to be playing wherever, and I'll have a handful of CDs with me. I'll sell them for like $5 or something like that. It's 4 songs, so you figure $1.25 a song. If that's too expensive, we can haggle in person, whatever. But I will do this one time only. And I know I'm not even looking at her, but I know I'm getting a glare from my boss.
You're doing the Octavius look.
I am.
I'm not going to look at you.
I'm not going to look at you because I don't want you to say no. One time and one time only, right here, right now, on this podcast, one person only, will get a CD. And I figure, let's do this. In the comments down below, tell me what your favorite song is that you would want me to cover. And usually we do a random selection who would win whatever we're giving away, like the foodie or whatever. This is my CD. I worked real hard on it. Jeremy worked 10,000 times even more on it than I ever did. So we worked real hard. So I'm going to do a little selfish here. I am actually going to personally, objectively pick a person based on their song choice. So make sure it's in my range. Don't say Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm only one dude. But pick a song you want me to cover, and I'm going to go through the comments. And I don't know, sometime this week, probably Friday, I'll look through all of the comments, and then on this next podcast, I'll tell you who won, and I'll cover the song, make a video, and dedicate it to you. So, little double bonus there. I'll mail you a free CD. I'll autograph it if you want me to. Really, my signature is not worth much, but I understand you.
It's going to be a while before you can get it, though.
Yeah, because I have to get them, and then I'll have to send it to you. So you got to be a little patient, but you also got to be a little patient because I'm going to learn this song and play it for you. It's got to be good, too. So One person will get it. Leave a comment down below. Think of a song you would love for me to cover that's within my range. You know, something you know what you think I could do, and I will pick it and go, oh, that's a cool song. You win. Simple as that.
I'm sorry if you are upset if you don't get picked, since it's not random.
I will randomly pick the one person that I really want to sing that song for. So pick a good song, and then like if like 10 people pick the same song that I would want, then that's where I'll go random. I'll be like, that person won. So let's do that. What do you think? You want to? What song you want me to sing to you and you alone? I will dedicate that cover to you.
Well, whether you win the CD or the foodie.
Oh yeah, good luck on that.
We hope that you
laugh often,
eat good food,
and speak life.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all.